A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They begin with a run by Miller.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Miller.
Down the sideline he goes. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
And runs like that with explosiveness. That's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Jones.
They set up the screen to Miller.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Giants nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hyatt goes in motion left.
From the 27, Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Johnson jostles free. And out across midfield down to the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Apple, 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 apple.
On the counter, it's Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now Jones wants to change it up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. Catch made by Slayton. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
The Giants had 2 and 1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rita.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Half 18, half 18.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Back to throw. Jones.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Miller is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So
They'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. On play action, Rodgers. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Rodgers wants to change the look. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On
on first down. Rodgers.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Go gutter, go gutter.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Ross on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing is Rodgers. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Mark, it's been as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Giants 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Throwing Jones.
Setting up the screen for Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They set up the screen to Miller.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jones looking to change the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And they're going to speed things up here.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Rodgers now to throw.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
That is caught. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Calm.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
No. Hey, 88.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
It's 2nd down.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
This one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them. Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
There he goes, right side.
He's on his way.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this...
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
First down, Seattle.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Bobby Okereke in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Hey, flag. Wide left. Wide left. Jump out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got it at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They keep it with Miller on first down.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, wide shift, Matt. Elsa.
From the 38, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Jones to throw on third down. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And it's third down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere,